IRL streaming is probably the worst way to stream. Not only does it look exhausting, but anyone who's ever got popular IRL streaming only got popular IRL streaming because people fuck with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
People watch the stream and they're not watching you. They're desperately looking for some identifying mark in the background or your surrounding to find out where you're at and then come mess with you on stream.
Yeah.
And then he announces on stream he has an open door policy to his house.
Why?
And he just let anyone come in.
Okay, Tom Haverford.
Yeah, he just gave the fuck up, and he's like, I'm never locking my front door again. You guys want to come in, just come in. Fuck it, I don't care. And that's what would happen. He'd be streaming, and random people would come in the background, and they'd be like, hey, you said we could come in? He's like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, but no, my reasoning is that so he was driving a Walmart truck, and he had a delivery to make.
Yeah.
To Walmart, and so his last time being seen was on video in Walmart, where he bought a blue rope, and then I guess he gets back in his truck. He had made his delivery to that Walmart, you know what Walmart, and
yeah, I had friends that worked at that Walmart.
Yeah, and I guess he goes to he parks somewhere, and I guess there is a video camera somewhere, like CCTV, surprisingly, somewhere that was working, that saw him park. He gets out of the truck with the rope, walks into the woods, is in there for a few minutes, and then comes back out without the rope. Gets in his truck. I don't know what he was doing in there. He gets in his truck for a few minutes. I don't know if he's making a phone call. I don't know if he's just sitting there. I don't know. And then he gets back out of his truck, walks into the woods, and he doesn't come back out. And they're like, the rope was wrapped around his neck 11 times. No one tied it. Is just wrapped around his neck 11 times.
He didn't know how to tie a noose.
Yeah, he didn't know how to tie a noose. If someone in that town had done it, the kind of people in that town know how to tie a noose.
Some of them.
I don't know. I feel like they do.
It's a lot of dumbass. I know. I know the clientele in that town. There's some fucking retards there.
There's some retards. Yeah.
That if they couldn't figure it out, they would just wrap it around his neck. Close enough.
I'm just saying,
close enough. String him up.
Nobody else was seen or anything like that.
What's up, Danny?
So I don't know.
I mean, he could have done it to himself. That seems like a lot of work when pills are easier.
I admit it. I admit pills are easier, but maybe he just didn't have any pills. Oh yeah, and he gave a homeless man $280 before he did that.
Maybe I remember you. I remember a Dirty Danny. So unless you've changed your name, you're not the Danny I remember. But how are you? Dirty Dan.
I remember Dirty Dan.
I remember Dirty Dan.
Dirty Dan.
I remember Dirty Dan. I don't know. That seems like a Dirty Dan's not my worst nightmare. Oh, Dirty Dan is something special. I'll give he, she, they, them, that. I don't know what pronouns.
I don't know.
The dirtiest of Dans go by.
I don't know what Dirty Dan is.
I don't know if Phoenix and Rebirth is what you've done. It's. I don't know if Rebirth is the word I'd use. Maybe I think you misspelled it. No, I think he misspelled it. I think the word you're looking for is regurgitation.
Oh, regurgitation.
It's the troll kick coughed up.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
There you go. Just regurgitate some of that.
I recall.
How those IRL streams going, man? That working out for you? I'm not gonna lie. IRL streaming is probably the worst way to stream. Not only does it look exhausting, but anyone who's ever got popular IRL streaming only got popular IRL streaming because people fuck with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
People watch the stream and they're not watching you. They're desperately looking for some identifying mark in the background or your surrounding to find out where you're at and then come mess with you on stream.
Yeah. Because I mean,
there's been a few that have been popular, not many. Ice Poseidon being the biggest one, and my God, I'm surprised that man still does it. Like they have mentally broken that poor guy. He got arrested in India while live streaming because they figured out what airport he was at. He was at the airport. I think he was getting ready to come back home. Yeah, like he went over there to visit. He did some live streams from India. That was his whole thing. He travels and does live streams. That's another thing. Like you got to travel. You can't just keep doing live streams from your town.
You can't just be in your hometown.
Because you're doxing yourself in your hometown, so everyone's just going to constantly fuck with you all the time because you never leave that spot. They know where you're at permanently.
Yeah.
And B, because that's the whole like draw to IRL streaming is to see all the different stuff around the places these people go. But anyway, he went to India, he did some live streams there, and he was in the airport doing a live stream, getting ready to come back. And somebody calls in a bomb threat. They figure out what
airport.
They figure out what airport he is, and they call in a bomb threat, pretending to be him.
Oh,
and
God.
accurately describe him. So you're watching on live stream, and basically they try to make it sound like he's going to be a suicide bomber, and this is his last statement to the world before he suicide bombs. They were very convincing. And then you see the Indonesian cops just bum rush him and tackle him live on stream. Like they find him in the airport, they describe what he's wearing and everything, and they just bum rush him, and then they arrest him.
That's such an asshole thing to do.
I forgot how he got out of it, but they were he spent a while in an Indonesian prison, and they were just gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's
they were gonna sentence him to death. They don't fuck around. Indonesian prison.
Yeah, you don't go over to other countries.
There's a due
and
process.
Crimes.
They were just he's a terrorist, and then we're gonna take him. He was famous enough that he got someone's attention who bailed him out. Who someone big enough for them to listen to. But yeah, I would never IRL stream for a fucking living, because that's because the more popular you get, the more that shit's gonna happen to you. He gets stalked on a regular basis. People he like a band, like roadies in a band. He had people who would follow him from state to state. When he was traveling the U.S. streaming, and he's getting his money from donations and stuff, so he's making enough money to cover all the travel and put some in the bank for when he gets back. And he got it hundreds of thousands, ton of views. But before the end of it, before his I'm going to all 50 states tour, or all 48 continental states, he was just going to drive through every state in the country, and that was the whole draw to his stream when he first started out. By the end of it, he had 4 or 5 people that just followed him from state to state.
That is
creepy. Just to interrupt his streams while he's walking down the street while he's
don't they have jobs?
Just I don't know. They would do that.
What the fuck are you doing?
After a year or two of streaming like that, he finally just gave up, and because he started streaming from home, and then they would he couldn't even go back to regular streaming because he started streaming from home. But these people had been following him around, so now they know where he lives.
So they know where he lives.
So they kept calling. They kept calling the police, and they kept swatting him. So the SWAT teams kept coming, and finally he gave up. And then he announces on stream that he has an open door policy to his house.
No. Why?
And he just let anyone come in.
Okay, Tom Haverford.
Yeah, he just gave the fuck up, and he's like, I'm never locking my front door again. You guys want to come in, just come in. Fuck it, I don't care. And that's what would happen. He'd be streaming, and random people would come in the background, and they'd be like, hey, you said we could come in? He's like, yeah, what's up? He would just fuck it. If I can't beat him, he just gave up. And as crazy as it sounds, it worked.
It worked. They left him alone after that because it was
yeah, because it's no fun anymore.
It's no fun.
When he's now that he's in on it,
yeah.
like they do it to like fuck with you, and now that it's not fucking with you, like people showing up, it's no longer.
I don't
it's
get
no
that. Like, do
people
you not
showing
have
up
a
is
life?
yeah, like he doesn't freak out anymore. There's no freak out if people show up. Now he's like, I want people to show up, and people are like, well, I don't want to go if you want us there. You know, like now then it became boring. So it worked.
I don't want to do it if you want me to, Dad. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, that
But
is
they stopped
some
swatting
dumbass shit. Like, yeah, I don't get people
and yeah,
that
he's
do shit like that. It's like you have nothing.
But it did mentally
on in
break
your
him.
life.
Like he was on an episode of Kick or Keep before Destiny stopped doing that. It was like him, the crazy vegan guy. Like he had all the crazy people in there one time, and then it was Tom and Gokanaru and some other people I don't recognize. Oh, and the fucking crazy British chick I hate. The one that was another one. So she's on there.
Yeah.
He spent the whole time, because Kick or Keep goes in rounds and then somebody gets voted off. So the whole time the crazy British chick was there, he spent the whole time hitting on her. And then she got voted off, and he's like, well, now it's just dudes in here. And yeah, you can tell like his brain is just broken.
Yeah,
like he's a straight up
just
sociopath at this point.
Yeah.
Because the vegan starts like, it ends up getting boiled down to him and the vegan starts asking all these questions. And like one of them was like, he was like the vegan's in debate mode, so he keeps trying to like get him like, but what he doesn't understand is this guy's a sociopath and doesn't care. He's not debating. He's just like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. And he's trying to, you know, figure out like, okay, well, if you won't kill this thing. And he was like, well, you wouldn't kill a baby, would you? Yeah, and he was like, that depends. What's the situation? He was like, it's your baby. He's like, yeah. But is it me or the baby? Or...
Like, he doesn't care about the fact that it's his baby. Screw that.
Yeah, that's basically what he was saying. He was like,
Like, it's a
he was
situational
like, yeah, like
thing.
he's a narcissist and a sociopath,
Yeah, he's a
and like his
sociopath,
whole logic
yeah.
was, well, yeah, I mean, if
it's me or the kid.
If it's me or the kid, it's gonna be the kid. I can make another kid. I can't make another me.
Yeah. What is it they say? Sociopaths are made.
That's where his logic went.
Yep.
Which just completely broke the vegan's brain, because he was like, I've never thought anyone would ever say that. It's just like, I don't... Okay.
Yeah. I swear, people do shit. I don't know. They do some very crap stuff for money.
And then you figure out, because he's a really big streamer, like as big, if not bigger than Destiny, and then you figure out the whole reason he's on there at the end. Because he almost wins, and then like the vegan ends up winning, and he was like, well, or maybe Ice Poseidon won, I can't remember, but like Destiny tells him, he's like, well, congratulations, you made it this far, you get $100. You want it in gift subs or what? He was like, $100. He's like, yeah, he was like, no, bro. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, I thought this was for 100,000. He's like, I think you misread the email. It's $100. He's like, oh, this is bullshit. This is a waste of my time. He's like, he was so pissed off. Like, that's the only thing that pissed him off in the whole thing, was him realizing that I just did 3 hours worth of content for $100. I thought it was $100,000. He was so pissed off because he was like, no, I know I read it right. It said 100,000. He's like, I'm not giving you $100,000. He's like,
no, sir.
He's like, I know you got it. He's like, no, I have it. I'm just not giving it to you.
I'm just not giving it to you.
I'll give you $100. You want like 100 gift subs? I'll give you 100 gift subs. That's $500 because they're $5 a piece. That's as generous I'm gonna be. Then he just rage quits. Yeah, right. I think that's how it ended. I don't think he actually won. I think he just rage quit, and then the vegan wins by default because he's just like, oh, fuck this, I'm out.
Like, just the the sad reality of what people
don't get me wrong.
A lot of people
don't get me
will
wrong.
do for money.
Don't get me wrong. There's no reason you should feel bad for this guy. He is a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. Like even before they started fucking with him, like a lot of his IRL streams weren't just him going to places. It was him going to places to fuck with people.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a Logan Paul type. Like, I can't just go to Japan. I have to go to Japan and ask them where I can buy used panties or offer them tentacles. Yeah, like I can yell stereotypes at them. Like, he was that kind of, I'm just going to be a jackass in public for views, and it worked. It made him rich.
Yeah.
Because that's the world we live in.
Usually that's, people don't. It's always there. Put it that way. The crappy person on the inside is always just.
All the internet did was give him an excuse.
Yeah.
To do that more, and to just not have a filter. Now that you've given him enough money that he never has to work again. Now he's got nothing to lose. And when someone like that has nothing to lose, the one thing keeping them in check is gone.
Mm-hmm.
That even had a chance of keeping them in check. Because people that are that level of asshole, they'll keep it in check because, I don't want to lose my job. Or I don't want to lose my girlfriend, or I don't want to lose my house, or there's always something to lose. So they'll walk up. Those people love to walk up to the line, but not cross it. Like, they keep it in check. Now that he owns his house, doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't want one. He just likes the random whatever whores he gets.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He's
got money. He's got a house. He's got everything he needs, and he never has to work again. There is no line for him.
There's no line.
I'm just going to do whatever I want all the time. No filter. Don't care. Because what are you going to do? Fire me?
Yeah, he's a sledgehammer.
What are you going to do? Take my house away? I am the landlord. Yeah, like, he answers to no one now.
Like I have said before, it's shit like that, and there's people who are always like, well, if you are an atheist or whatever, how do you know not to do bad shit? And I'm like, oh God.
How you know not to be bad?
Like, are you telling me you don't? Like, this religion is the only thing keeping you in check? That is scary to me.
Yep, that's...
God, that, like, on so many levels, that's scary to me.
Yep, alright, let's see. Let's see what we can find on him.
Yeah, he kind of has that dead inside look.
I'm trying to find some of his best moments here. Where's the one where he made? Yeah, and he would stream for 12 hours at a time. He would just leave it on all day.
Oh.
There's no, that's 7 hours. I don't want to watch that.
I gotta go to bed.
Trying to find clips of him. It's just him going to random places. And he'd have this fucking rig on him. I scammed his audience with a crypto scam out of $500,000. And his exact words were, "I'm innocent, but I'm keeping the money." He's like, so you're gonna return the money then, since you didn't know? Yeah, like he claims he didn't know that it was a scam, that he's, you know, that wasn't supposed to happen, and they're like, oh, okay, so you didn't mean to take that much money. You didn't know the crypto would do this. You know, you didn't know everybody would lose money, so you're gonna give it back, right? He's like, no, I mean, I'm keeping the money. Yeah, like he was just that kind of. He's like, no, I mean, I'm keeping the money, but it wasn't a scam. He's like, so if you're keeping the money, how's it not a scam?
How's it not a scam?
He's like, it's crypto, bro. This is how it works. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, people knew what they were buying. They were buying a crypto coin. Could keep its value, could not. It's not my fault. I'm keeping the money. Yeah, like he just openly admits that he did it for the money. He knew in advance. Yeah, like he basically admits to a rug pull. Like he knows once it reaches a certain point, me and my buddies are all gonna just pull out and make all this money and leave everybody else with nothing. And that's pretty much what he did. And then he got called on it by another streamer, like an interview, and he's like, he was trying to deny that they knew they were going to rug pull. He was just acting like, well, it was just, we just knew it was time to cash out. Everybody else should have cashed out too. It's not my fault. It is your fault. You're the guy who owns. You're the guy who owns the coin. After you pull out, there's no value left for anyone else to pull out. Like a few other people may still have some value if they're quick enough. But the other 99% of people who bought into it are going to be left with nothing. Yeah. And that ended up being about $500,000. Like, you know, a bunch of his fans lost like $10,000, $20,000 at a time. And he's just like, no, I'm keeping the money.
I mean, this is what happens when you
I'm innocent. I didn't
follow down behind.
I didn't scam anybody. Like to this day, he'll say I didn't scam anybody, but I'm keeping the money.
Yes, you did. You scammed people.
Yeah, he's a special. I think Turkey Tom has a video on him that like highlights his entire career and everybody's fascination with him and all the crazy shit he's done. He's scammed his audience. He's done a lot of terrible shit.
Yeah, a lot of I'm a garbage person shit.
Yeah.
Man, how many filters does she have on that shit?
What?
Lots of filters going on.